Alright, the first thing I like to do is create a folder to contain all the downloaded files of the Creative Suite. You can do that. I'm using Microsoft Windows version 8.1 Pro. You can open up the downloads folders where I like to create a folder for the downloaded files. First thing you want to do, new folder, and then name it Adobe CS2, probably good enough. And you can open it if you want to, and even drill down further, create a folder named Windows if you're going to download the Mac version as well. That way you can keep them separate. Alright, here's the path we're going to put the files into. This PC downloads Adobe CS2, and Windows is where we're going to save our downloaded from the Adobe website. Alright, let's get going. Open up the browser here. Go to adobe.com. Alright, so here we are using Firefox web browser. We went to adobe.com. This is the home landing page. You want to go to support, download and install. And choose other downloads. And here's your Adobe Creative Suite CS2. Now there's newer versions over here, but I'll show you if you select one. See, it requires you to provide your current serial number. So if you don't have that, you cannot download, install any newer version than the CS2. If you go to CS2, see, they still say only customers who legitimately purchase CS2 or Acrobat 7 may use the serial numbers provided during the download. So if you want to be legit and legal, you need to have purchased your own copy of these products in the past, which I did. So, however, if you click accept, it gives you access to the download files and provides the serial number for installation here. So, I have a legitimate copy myself because I bought it retail years ago, but this is the serial number that you'll use for the installation. So I don't have to go out and dig up my original serial number. For the first step to the downloads, I like to do the serial number first, so left click your mouse button, drag across to highlight it, right click the mouse, copy, go to the folder we created earlier, under downloads, CS2, double click to open them, Windows, and then we're going to create a text file to hold the serial number, so right click, go to new, Windows, text document, here it is. And we'll name it serial number. Maybe I should call it CS2 serial number in case it got misplaced out of its proper folder. Then we know what it is. Okay, double click to open it. And you can right click and paste. There you go. Close the document, save it. Now we got our serial number. Alright, we can close this out, go back to Adobe here, start downloading these files for Windows version. Do PDF first of all, which you probably won't need if you follow my video instructions, but you can read it through if you want. click on this down arrow here to download it. Save it to your folder. We're going to save it under your downloads, our Adobe CS2 we created. Windows, save. Alright, and we'll go backspace to get back to the other files. I think you have to backspace twice to do it right here. CS2 again. Accept again. Come down here. English. There we go. Start downloading these other ones. You got disk 1, disk 2, disk 3, a VCS zip, and extras file. So we already did the PDF one. Next we're going to go disk 1, save file. Because we already used this folder, it automatically took us there again, which is nice. So we're already in download CS2 Windows what you want, so we do save file. And here's this download arrow, shows you the progress. Gives you approximate 7 minutes to download it. While that's going, you can start the download of the other ones also. Disk 2, save file, same folder, save, go on to disk 3, save, the zip file, okay. Now see, it doesn't show the other files because this one is a zip file and it shows you ones that are like file. So in other words, if I had other zip files in our folder, they would show up here like this one. But the other files we're downloading are exe extension, so that's why we're not seeing them, because this is not an exe extension file. And last but not least, the extras file. Save. Now go up here our arrow and we can see the download progress for each one. Sometimes you'll get an error like there'll be a glitch in it where the download won't complete, in which case you'll just click over here. There'll be like a curved arrow you click on to restart the download, and it usually picks up where it left off. And you might have to do that a couple times until each one is downloaded completely. And once you've done that, we'll come back here and I'll show you how to actually extract and do the installation. Okay, now we're ready to extract the files and begin our installation. It's a two-step process and it's an imperfect system, so if you follow my guide, you should have no trouble. First thing you want to do is come to downloads, find the files we downloaded, CS2 download, open Windows. We're going to extract these disks, and then after they're extracted we will begin the installation. They have to be extracted just right for the installation to go without a problem. Okay, to begin with, we're going to open up the Adobe PDF file. It gives you a general guide of what folders should be created and where the files should be installed for it to work, but it is not perfect. You cannot follow it exact. I found out through trial and error. So, alright, this first one should be correct anyway. So, extract disk 1, double click on it to get it started. Again, from the downloaded files. Here's disk 1, double click. And yes, at the pop-up dialog box, it's going to create this folder, Creative Suite CS2. Do next. Alright, now here it wants to continue on with the installation instead of just the extraction. So at this point, when you get the installer window pop up, do cancel and say quit. Alright, move on to disk 2 to extract. Double click disk 2 from your download. Yes at the pop-up dialog. Now here is a first glitch you run into. See, it says Creative Suite, but if you look over here for disk 2, it should be Creative Suite CS2. So you want to click your left mouse button here at the end of the word suite, space, type CS2. And then come down here next. Alright, and then finish. Move on to disk 3, double click. Yes at the dialog box. Creative Suite CS2. That's where disk 3 should go. So that's all you have to have up here. And then do next. And finish. And move on to extras. Okay, we've extracted all the Creative Suite disks. Now we can move on to the extras one. If you double click on it, say yes at the prompt. Alright, now this is no big deal, but it's another glitch with CS2, which is probably why they retired it anyway and no longer support it. But when you launch it, you'll notice that it was originally called extras underscore number 1, but when you launch it, up here it says extras underscore 2, and it also wants to create a folder called the same as up here. So you can either change this to a 1 and it'll just create a folder named extras 1, or just leave it as it is, and these extra files will be extracted to an extras 2 folder. Doesn't matter, you can leave it or change it to a 1, whatever you want to do. Next. Alright, finish. And for now, we're going to go on to the installation of the program. Go to our C drive here. Look for the appropriate folder, Creative Suite CS2. Double click, open it. Open up within that folder this one, Adobe Creative Suite 2.0. Double click. Go down till we find the setup file. Which again is an application file under type. Here it is, application. Setup has that green blotch leaf, whatever it is. Double click on that to start the setup process. Say yes at the pop-up box. And then next, accept the license agreement. Here's our serial number. And we go back to our downloads. Downloads folder. CS2 downloads. Find our serial file that we created. Here it is. Open it up. Double click. Left click the mouse at the beginning here. Hold the button down, drag across. Then right click the mouse, do copy. Close the file, come back to our installation window. Right click the mouse here at the beginning, do paste. Now we got the serial number. We can go next. And here it defaults to a by86 folder, which doesn't work. It'll give you an error if you try to install there. I'll show you if we do next. It gives you an error. So from this point we're going to go browse. We want to find the root C drive. This PC, C drive. You want Creative Suite CS2. Click once on there. Then OK. That's what you want. C:/ Creative Suite CS2. Now you can either browse to find it, or you can go ahead and just type it in with your keyboard. Once you got it in there, go to next, and do next, and install. Now at this registration screen, you can choose Do Not Register. And then you want to go, hey, I said do not register, not remind me. So do not register, and then you can go next. And there's no updates available because the version is so old, so you can uncheck the box and you're done. Alright, the installation is complete. Now I'll show you how to access the programs. Pretty simple. Windows 8.1 or Windows 10, probably the same procedure. Just go to your start menu, lower left arrow here, take you to your apps. And over here on the left, you can see we have Adobe Illustrator CS2, Image Ready CS2, InDesign CS2, and Photoshop CS2. And you can right click on any one of these and pin it to your start menu or pin it to your taskbar. I like to pin it to the taskbar for easy access. Then you can just go back to your desktop here, find it on your taskbar, and you just click one time to launch the program. That's all there is to it. Alright, now for those of you who are interested, we remember installed this extras folder. You can find it under the C drive. CS2 extras, there it is. You can open it up. You got documentation in there. You got goodies in there. These are usually extra extensions you can install to the individual programs. Photoshop, InDesign, Illustrator. For instance, here's channel mixers. And here's a README file. If you double click that, it opens up into a web browser and it tells you how to install the channel mixers. Here's the same with high-res RGB textures. You got optional plugins. If you open up the files, you got another README file. Tells you how to install the various plugins, filters. So it's basically just a matter of exploring the folders in the extras. And if you find README files, you can open those up, read up on it, help you install the extra features. But none of these are required to run the CS2 suite. They're just added bonuses. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel. Check out our blog. Have a blessed day. So, there you go.